Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. One of the most formidable aircraft in service today is the B-2 Spirit, operated by the United States Air Force. Designed for deep penetration missions, its stealth profile allows it to evade advanced air defenses while delivering highly precise and devastating firepower. The combination of low observability and long-range strike capability makes it exceptionally difficult for any adversary to detect, intercept, or counter. In terms of ordnance, few weapons have gained as much notoriety as the BLU-82, commonly called the Daisy Cutter. Originally developed to clear helicopter landing zones during the Vietnam War, its immense 15,000-pound blast could flatten dense jungle across several acres. That overwhelming destructive power quickly gave it a powerful psychological effect as well. Delivered from a C-130 aircraft, the bomb later saw use against underground complexes in Vietnam and Afghanistan. In 1997, the unique B-2 Spirit stealth bomber was introduced to the world. It represents the pinnacle of strategic long-range bombing capabilities, capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear weapons. It employs superior stealth technology, which reduces its radar cross-section and renders it practically invisible to hostile defenses. The B-2 is an essential component of modern warfare, having played critical roles in operations over Kosovo, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Its capacity to fly over 6,000 nautical miles without refueling demonstrates its strategic and operational flexibility in global strategic and tactical missions. One of the reasons that the B-2 has a small radar cross-section is that it carries all its weapons internally. At Whiteman Air Force Base, maintenance and loader teams prepare a B-2 for flight. Loaders consist of 3 members, and they use a munitions handling unit or jammer to carry weapons to the aircraft and attach them. Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missiles, JASSMs, are one of a variety of weapons that the B-2 can be armed with in its bomb bay. With the bomb bay doors open, the parabolic arm of the jammer raises the JASSM into position where it is attached to the bomber. Another reason for the low radar observability of the B-2 is the flying wing design of the aircraft. The B-2 bomber's flying wing design is critical to its stealth characteristics, as it eliminates any tail and fuselage components that would typically reflect radar signals. Using a continuous, smooth contour, the aircraft reduces the amount of surfaces that could generate radar responses. This structure not only serves to disperse radar waves in different directions, but also greatly reduces the bomber's radar cross-section, making it more difficult for enemy radars to detect and track. Furthermore, the lack of vertical surfaces reduces heat signatures, which improves its stealth against infrared tracking devices. With the B-2 having the ability to negate any air defenses by low observability, it must deliver the knockout blow to make it worth its operating budget. At cruising altitude, the B-2 refuels every 6 hours, carrying up to 50 short tons of fuel at a time. Inside the B-2, it has 2 bomb bays capable of carrying up to 40,000 pounds of ordnance. The arsenal includes precision-guided bombs, nuclear weapons, and long-range missiles designed to strike hardened targets with extreme accuracy. A much smaller weapon, but one with a much more interesting history, is the GBU-28 Bunker Buster Bomb. This weapon was developed in less than a month from conception to its use during the First Gulf War. U.S. military planners realized that none of their weapons could reach the underground bunkers of Iraq. Engineers solved the problem by using the barrel of an 8-inch artillery piece as the casing. And the GBU-28 was dropped for the first time in anger, destroying its first underground bunker in February 1991.
This bomb behind me perhaps represents the fastest weapon put into service. From the time that there was a requirement for it to the time that it was dropped in anger was less than a month.
When a standard unguided bomb is upgraded with a guidance kit, it becomes a precision-guided weapon.
Not yet.
Unlike basic GPS-guided munitions, this version can also home in on a laser target. Air Force technicians attach the guidance system to a 2,000-pound class bomb, transforming it into a highly accurate strike weapon. The bomb can be guided by a laser from another aircraft or by forces on the ground, allowing for pinpoint accuracy. In some cases, control inputs can even be managed from inside the aircraft cockpit without changing the aircraft software. One of the largest bombs in the U.S. Air Force inventory must be the GBU-43 Bravo, but often jokingly referred to as the mother of all bombs. The Air Force Research Laboratory created this large-yield bomb. It was initially tested in 2003. Installing guidance kits on bombs is not such a large operation. This is often performed by aircraft maintenance squadrons using a conveyor assembly rack and wrenches. Several parts are connected to a bomb, with the tail fins providing the means of controlling the direction in which the bomb falls. The tail fins are connected to the guidance unit, another part attached to the bomb. Another bomb worth mentioning is the GBU-39 small diameter bomb. The GBU-39 B small diameter bomb, SDB, is a 250-pound precision-guided glide bomb designed to allow aircraft to carry a larger number of more precise bombs. Most U.S. Air Force aircraft will be able to carry a pack of 4 SDBs via the BRU-61, a rack, instead of a single 2,000-pound bomb. This weapon has a 46-mile range. GBU-12 Paveway 2 is another American aerial laser-guided bomb.
Okay.
It is based on the Mark 82, 500-pound general-purpose bomb with a nose-mounted laser seeker and fins for guidance. Paveway 2, a member of the Paveway line of weapons, entered service in 1976 and is now in service with the United States Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and other air forces. Cluster munitions take the idea of a single bomb and turn it into one with many smaller bomblets, which can cover a greater area. Air-dropped cluster munitions are made from a container that opens in mid-air, releasing many submunitions or bomblets across a large area. These weapons are intended to strike various targets, including armored vehicles and equipment, troop concentrations, and air defense installations. They are often used in big area coverage operations, which are intended to maximize effectiveness across large areas of land. Unfortunately, cluster munitions remain one of the most controversial categories of modern weapons. The debate centers on their tendency to leave behind a large number of unexploded bomblets, which can remain lethal for decades after a conflict has ended. These unexploded submunitions often resemble everyday objects, making them especially dangerous to civilians who may encounter them while farming, traveling, or rebuilding damaged communities. Similar long-term hazards have been documented in parts of Lebanon and Iraq, where affected areas remain unsafe for normal life. Because of these lasting risks, many nations and humanitarian organizations have pushed for limits and bans through international agreements such as the Convention on Cluster Munitions. Despite these efforts, some countries continue to retain and use cluster munitions, citing military necessity and battlefield effectiveness, which keeps the issue highly contested on the global stage. The B-2 Spirit stands as a centerpiece of modern strategic air power, combining unmatched stealth long-range reach and the ability to deliver a diverse arsenal with extreme precision. From massive bunker-busting weapons built to strike deeply buried targets, to precision-guided munitions designed to limit collateral damage, the bomber shows how modern air power has evolved to serve both strategic deterrence and tactical missions. Together, these capabilities highlight the careful balance between technological innovation, operational effectiveness, and global stability. Showing why platforms like the B-2 remain essential to modern military planning and future conflict. Deterrence. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.